Have you ever heard about this famous quote? Jean-Jacques Rousseau said, "There are always four sides to a story: your side, their side, the truth, and what really happened." The film Spotlight tells the truth of a group of journalists who uncovered a terrible scandal in the Catholic Church. The side you get to see is when allegations of sexual abuse against a priest in Boston surfaced in 2001. The side they say is that a reporter for the Boston Globe investigated the case and uncovered a much bigger story. And the truth is that thousands of children have been abused by priests around the world, and that the Catholic Church have been covering it up. These Boston Globe's spotlight groups have been important in bringing justice to these victims. And what really happened then is where the film comes from. In film Spotlight, it is obvious that journalists were obstructed in their investigation by the church's pressure and implied stress, the silence of the lawyers, the important documents that were left in limbo, and the embarrassment of the victims who were too ashamed to talk about it. The film reflects the reality of the abuse and manipulation of the press and media, as evidenced most clearly by the Catholic Church's uncaring attitude towards children's sex abuse cases, because of their power and their arbitrary control of the courts and the media. Secondly, for journalists, objectivity is impossible, especially when it comes to issues that involve a strong element of right and wrong. As Robinson says, you can have a personal conclusion about what is right and what is wrong, but you have an additional obligation to give the other side a fair shake. It is also worth noting that in modern world, only a few journalists are digging up news and the unvarnished truth is mostly covered up. This is a testament to the saying that a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. The job of the journalist is to tell the truth and to hold people accountable for their actions at all costs. In this way, journalism is necessary to uphold democracy, justice, and the greater good.
They knew, and they let it happen. 2 kids! Okay? It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us. We gotta nail these scumbags. We gotta show people that nobody can get away with this. Not a priest or a cardinal or a freaking pope.
There is no doubt that this is a strange time for journalism and truth. Rejecting the possibility of truth means denying the unity and commonality necessary to determine whether ideas or news are true or false. This is why truth will always be unstable, contested, and challenging. Journalism's ambition to be the arbiter of truth conflicts with open-ended characters of truth-telling. According to Simons, a worrying aspect of news media age is that as audience become divided, democracy will suffer because we are not sharing a common focus on the front page news. That is to say, the contents of journalism need to be diverse. Simon points out that news, as a content maker, should be exploring different sources of news, rather than centralizing news from a central newsroom to meet the needs of advertisers. Well, for example, when the coronavirus first broke out, almost all media outlets focused on the coronavirus, which was important, but did not mean that there were no other issues that needed attention in our society. As shown in Spotlight, Will McCarthy emphasized that the Spotlight team was determined to expose the systematic cover-up of abuse by the Catholic Church. The sudden occurrence of 911 forced them to stop their investigation of the church and join the 911 coverage immediately. So, was there no journalistic coverage of 911? Of course, there was. It is the speed with which information is disseminated today that greatly facilitates the occurrence of such phenomena as circular reporting. This brings us back to the original question. Journalism in modern world is always concerned with what is inherent in society and is essentially a common concern without question. And Cunningham has argued that journalism is considerable to be a voice for the voiceless. News media material should have the power to give or deny access to different voices in society. Simons states that good journalism is that which scrutinizes, questions, selects, and exposes. A possible solution to this problem, according to Rodney Tiffin, is to diversify the style of journalism. Different news structures lead to a different range of news, and the writing gap gives different news outlets a scope to choose their material more carefully to uncover the truth, while reducing the pressure of competition and avoiding the possibility of a sharp decline in readership due to the monotony of content. So let's hope that the news will do more to promote and express what falls within the norms of truth and shine light on different areas.